Hey, what is up, my people? Unbelievably, the fans out there are still crying about this whole thing. It has already been 8 days since the crushing defeat of Lionel Cuccitinardo. The global media is completely ripping him apart, but the local press around here? My brother, they are staying completely silent. And ESPN has been hiding it, covering it up the entire time. They have kept it completely swept under the rug, never saying a single negative thing about Messi. Anyway, let us see how these absolute nobodies are crying over it. We also have some updates regarding Al-Nasser, so you guys can understand exactly what is happening with this absolute mess of a team. Honestly, I do not even want to talk about it too much because it makes my blood pressure skyrocket. So yeah, Cristiano was just voted the greatest young prospect in the history of soccer, my brother. So let us jump straight into the show. Today, I am carrying the heavy load, my friends, because a massive storm is coming. Remember that on the 15th, the entire platform drops, with new videos coming out step by step on this channel right before the actual soccer season kicks off. I am going to try to get everything finished before the season starts, but I am moving pretty slowly lately. Alright, my people, absolutely everyone is messaging me about this. They keep saying that Al-Nasser is not going to sign a single player this summer. Later on, I will explain to you exactly how this whole transfer game works. In every single transfer window, they claim a deal is done, only for everything to completely fall apart at the very last second. I am not going to mention any names here until Al-Nasser actually post it right on their official homepage. Saying things like, welcome Cucurella, welcome Cuccitinardo, or even welcome Pele. I need to see it posted first. Once they post it on their official site, we will talk about it. I am not spending the whole summer claiming Bruno Fernandes is on his way. Oh wait, the Bruno Fernandes deal collapsed, this is falling through. Frankly, I do not even want Bruno Fernandes anyway. Who honestly wants Bruno Fernandes at Al-Nasser? Let us be real, the worst statistics of his entire career came when he played alongside Cristiano, and Cristiano had his worst numbers playing with Bruno Fernandes. What makes anyone think it will be any different if he moves to Al-Nasser? Is Bruno really going to magically start assisting Cristiano? Seriously, he should just go and sign with Al-Hilal instead. Let that shameless guy play over there. After all, playing against Cristiano is what he always wanted, just so we can finally see his true face on the pitch. He will head over there, and then we will finally witness the real side of Bruno Fernandes. But honestly, I do not think that is going to happen. We also have an article from The Sun discussing Cristiano Ronaldo and his brand new gig on the screen. Cristiano Ronaldo is apparently filming a brand new drama series titled Day One, which has already started production. The 41-year-old Portuguese superstar will serve as an executive producer and will also make an appearance on the screen. It is going to be a series for streaming platforms, working with that director. What was his name? Vaughn. I cannot fully remember his name, but it is that famous director Matthew Vaughn, the guy behind the Kingsman movies, Kick-Ass, and a whole bunch of other massive projects. So they have officially closed the deal now, because they already had a pre-contract signed with the production team. They are working with this production company to create a brand new football series where Cristiano is going to serve as the main producer, and he will even do a bit of acting himself. I do not know how many other people are going to show up in it. The story focuses on the Premier League, specifically following the lives of the rising young players in the league. We will have to wait and see. Hopefully it is actually good enough for us to review here, because honestly we have absolutely nothing else to watch. And pay close attention, my people. Just look at how the global sports media operates. They post a picture of Messi and claim, look how he completely left that defender flat on the ground. Look at this. But in reality, this is what actually happened. Messi plays the ball, commits a clear foul, and then they blow the whistle. But notice how the media only takes one single screenshot. What is up with that, my brother? This right here is the exact image. The defender only falls because Messi literally kicks him and shoves him to the ground, but they make it look like magic. It is unbelievable. This guy has the most insane marketing machine behind him, my brother. They freeze frame that exact moment, completely ignoring that the referee stopped play. The ref literally says, my brother, that is a foul by you, Messi. Man, they control the narrative completely to suit their agenda. Just look at this. Watch this. Check this out so you can have a good laugh. All those Messi lovers, even before July 18th and that third-place match, were already loudly bragging that Messi would remain the all-time top World Cup scorer for another 4 years. And yes, just when everyone thought it was over. What do you all think? Let me know down in the comments. Come on, let us go. He will supposedly remain the absolute top scorer at the World Cup for another 4 years. And yes, just when everyone believed Kylian Mbappe was going to shatter that record, He got knocked out in the semifinals by Spain, and he is not just the top scorer. He is also the top playmaker with the most assists, and he will likely take home the golden boot of this tournament. What do you all think about this? Let me know down in the comments, and follow along for more updates just like this. Messi will remain the greatest. My brother, what an absolute joke of a narrative. Seriously, what a narrative. These little Messi fanboys are easily the most annoying people on earth. They really get on my nerves, brother. And right now there is a massive feud going down between Fabrizio Romano and Florian Plettenberg. Plettenberg, yes, Florian Plettenberg. Florian is in the house, the guy they call Plettigol. Absolute madness, because both of them are really going at it on social media, my brother. Both journalists are throwing heavy blows, accusing each other of copying and spreading fake news, while the other just laughs. It is a complete disaster. Honestly, I hope they crash and burn because they deserve to fall. What a bunch of clowns. Anyway, we are moving on, right? Look at how the Spanish people are finally realizing it. I did not want to believe the CR7 fans, but they were right about Messi. Blasting a shot right into an opponent's face and not even caring. The whole lie of humble Messi has collapsed. His legacy is officially ruined. Even his own fans are completely destroying him now. Unbelievable. Well, let us look at this 8th anniversary, please. Let us all have a laugh. We will laugh at Dibu's face, but no, wait, do not worry. Let us all laugh at Messi's face now. Let them cry, brother. Let them cry so much. Let them cry. Let those fanboys cry a river. Even people making movies, art, and theater are laughing at Messi, brother. Look at this, my brother. The whole world has opened its eyes. The entire world has opened its eyes. This is a complete clown show. It is like that one TV show. I completely forgot the name of it. I forgot so many names. Jesus, 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 he pulled out the Mexican card. Oh, I cannot stand that guy. Well, they are putting on quite a show, but they are mocking Cuccittini. Play the clip. Look, this is exactly how it leaked. It leaked how the referee is officiating Argentina versus Switzerland. Wow, fair play indeed, total fair play. Play on, play on, play on, play on. Everyone is laughing. No, seriously, who actually committed the foul? You know what, bro? You earned that one, buddy. You got hit just for standing there. You cannot let that happen, man. Look how he left you, brother. Honestly, he has not even been able to fall down yet. That is a red card. Goal, 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 goal. And that is exactly how they refereed that youth match, my friends. Everyone is mocking this. Just look. Everyone is wishing them a happy 8th anniversary. Everyone is talking about this 8th anniversary, but not even a year has passed yet. People are going to keep laughing at this, my brother. And look how those Messi fanboys are crying. Look at how the Argentine press is crying, because the rest of the world is criticizing them. Even papers like The Sunday. Nobody wants to cry for you, Argentina. No one is weeping for you. In Europe and the United States, I will name a few specific outlets that ran incredibly harsh headlines after Argentina lost. The Sun wrote a whole paragraph describing them like a worm inside the Big Apple. That is a crazy headline, brother. Absolutely wild headline. That is what you get, my brother, for being so arrogant and making the entire world hate you. You think you are better than everyone, but you are not. You are not even better than Cuba in the Olympics, man. Cuba is a terrible communist country with zero sports infrastructure. The people there are starving, and yet we still beat you in sports at the Olympics because Argentines, well, the majority of them, since some always cry in the comments, most Argentines, especially those Messi fanboys and diehard national team supporters, think soccer is the most important thing in life. But no, brother, it is just a garbage sport. It is literally the easiest sport in history to play, which is why everyone plays it daily around the globe. Sure, because it is so easy to play and simple to understand. You do not need to go to Harvard to get soccer, and because of that, it is also one of the most corrupt sports out there. So they brag about it, and that is why the world reacts like this. A German newspaper called Bild headline reads, Argentina's destructiveness is punished. The New York Times. Wait, how did they put it? Did they say Argentina is the villain? They criticized the match due to the defensive style of the Alba Celeste. Argentina's destructive tactics were rightly punished. Yes, punished. The New York Times wrote that the team was a disgrace, saying Argentina had completely disgraced itself. True. Great point by The Athletic. Was it The Athletic that wrote that, or the New York Times? They turned their backs on the Spanish players, even though they were staring right at the crowd. Not once did they turn around to say goodbye. They should have done that. Lift the trophy, say goodbye, and then turn to the Argentine crowd to applaud them. That would have been so much better, but they are just too arrogant. Sore losers, they are disgusting. They have some super cocky players, but they are actually terrible, brother. Those Argentine players are absolutely terrible. People refuse to see it just because they have won so much, but Argentina has been stealing matches for ages, and they will keep doing it until Messi retires. They are terrible. Pear is just awful. Pear is a bad, mediocre player. De Paulo is another terrible and mediocre one. And the whole defense with Sakudi Romero is just awful. That other nobody, Dibu, they are just terrible, brother. But they play with the ref on their side. When it is different, it shows. You kick, you commit fouls, you act like tough guys, posing like we are Argentina. Bastards. They think they are giants. And people go crazy. Oh, look at Argentina. They overcome everything, even with sadness. It is unbelievable. Look at how they came back. They are mediocre and terrible players. The only one with real talent is Julian Alvarez. Everyone else is just filler, and Messi, of course, back in his prime. How did you put it? Messi at 38, 39, scoring 8 goals in a single World Cup? But prime Messi, peak Negreira era, he was a beast in 2010, 2011, 2012, even without that help. The kid was good, we cannot deny that. The kid was always scoring his goals. If we took away Negreira, we would lose maybe 10, 15 goals, but he still scored a ton of goals. The kid was truly good. That wild younger Messi scored 0 goals in World Cups, but at 38 he magically gets 8? They are absolutely terrible. Messi is awful nowadays, but when everything is stacked in your favor, it is different. It is like they set up the whole tournament. Even I could score 5 World Cup goals with everything rigged in my favor, especially with Infantino making all the calls. Soccer 1, criminals 0, and as the outlet AS put it, criminals 0, 0. And ESPN said soccer 1. The Telegraph, they wrote, soccer 1, criminals 0. And they are talking about anti-soccer and 2 completely different styles. On one side, England invented the game as the proper European way to play. They call our style anti-soccer. But it is a fact, a complete fact. South Americans play a highly physical, violent game with lots of hitting. The only team playing hard but still playing actual soccer was Colombia in this tournament. The absolute only one. Everyone else just kick people and look terrible. All of them, because nobody wants to talk about the Argentines. Nobody talks about that. But look at the semifinals, the quarterfinals. Think about how those quarterfinals actually went. On one side, you had Morocco, which is African, but essentially plays a European style. Then France, Spain, Belgium, Norway, England, Argentina, and Switzerland. Where is CONMEBOL? We are the only real soccer, we just beat them again. They got exposed once again, and they claim soccer was the true winner. They just use soccer as a convenient excuse to criticize. Just to bring back those old narratives of supremacy, talking endlessly about class, elegance, and good manners. And real soccer. Now they play the victim, brother. Well, they're going to have to suck it up. They will have to swallow this for years. They must deal with it for a long time. Moving on. Does anyone know why Leo Messi played the Africa Cup of Nations during the World Cup? Argentina played Algeria, Jordan, Cape Verde, and Egypt. It is true, brother. Right in the middle of the World Cup. Now look at this. The European media slammed this guy for the help he got, and his ugly gestures, but the Latin press is completely silent about his awful performance in the final and the constant assistance he received. Let us look at ESPN Deportes. This was ESPN Deportes during the World Cup just 3 days ago. Let us see when Messi lost his future here. This is exactly where the madness started. Right here. Perfect. The champions. Look, Messi was completely abandoned by his teammates. We will not even watch it. In his last World Cup dance, when Cristiano lost, the only one who actually criticized him was our dear friend Alvaro Morales, whom we will have on the show very soon. The only man who called him out was Alvaro Morales. Let us play it. The Argentine national team faced an opponent that controlled 65% of possession in the first half, 68% in the second, and 74% in the first extra time. That is a complete caricature of a world champion. How is it possible that a world champion cannot even escape targeted pressing? Spain was not even pressing high. They just stayed tight on Tagliafico and Martinez. How is it possible that a supposed world champion could not escape, win the ball, or figure out that Spain's right side with Yamal, along with Konarabal, Olbo, and Baena, who even came over from the other flank, was giving them a lesson? How is it even possible that a supposed world champion, a pathetic caricature of a world champion, had to rely on their goalkeeper Dibu Martinez as their best player after facing 11 shots? This was a total caricature, my friends, of a world champion that got completely outplayed, and there are absolutely no excuses left. That is what he always does, cowardly dropping back. But when you face the absolute best, which was Spain, congratulations to Spain. You proved it, and to answer your first question, yes, Spain truly saved soccer. That is exactly where De La Fuente steps in with his substitutions. Why is Nico Williams coming on now? There is our dear friend waiting for that foul. We will have him joining us here very soon. That whole thing just went completely downhill. Turn it down for me, Seferino. So we keep watching ESPN, brother, where they claim Messi has no air in the Argentina squad. He has not even been born yet. Look at them, always dodging the issue. Argentina are incredibly sore losers. They behaved like a small team, yet nobody wants to talk about Messi. They looked like the worst team in the world. It is the same old story. Lionel Messi simply cannot retire from soccer because he is a national heritage of humanity. Just look at how the Argentine media treats him. The local press is constantly babying Messi and giving him a free pass all the time. Argentina lost because they were completely outclassed by Spain. And nobody missed Messi's reaction. He clearly disapproved of how the match was set up. What did they say here? Absolute garbage. What can we say? What will they say? And they kept talking about this non-stop until they finally concluded that Lionel Messi simply cannot retire from the national team. Argentina without Messi has no team. We already saw that. Lionel will not reach the 2030 World Cup. Retiring now is perfect for the GOAT. I absolutely have to react to this. And just like that, the World Cup came to an end. Who shone and who failed? I bet they made Messi look stellar just for scoring 8 goals. Meanwhile, look at this aggressive behavior from the Argentines off the pitch. It completely ruins the great tournament Lionel Messi played. Yes, the tournament Messi played. What absolute jerks they are. I mean, ESPN is unbelievable, brother. I had already checked, but I could not believe my eyes. I simply knew that their media was not going to say a single word of criticism to this shameless guy. Absolutely nothing, because they always cover for him. They were going to shelter him, look, because he has no shame. He is a shameless dog who literally buys the media, my brother. And did you know that Polomar actually had a bet on whether Cristiano would cry at the World Cup? Yet in the end, the one sobbing was Cuccitinardo. This is exactly the image I wanted to see, and it is so satisfying. In the end, the one who actually cried was Cuccitinardo. Let us all have another good laugh at his expense. We are definitely not laughing enough. We are really not laughing nearly enough. And listen up, everyone. The referee from the final has just abruptly retired. The guy still had plenty of years left to referee, but he suddenly retired. My brother Salon Binsing, the referee of the World Cup final, just walked away from the game at 46. I do not have proof, but I have zero doubts. Once Infantino saw this guy did not gift a single penalty to his precious Messi, he forced him into early retirement. Messi was not happy and never will be. I have absolutely no doubt that this is exactly what happened, my brother. Zero doubts. Now pay close attention, everyone, because we are going to talk about the absolute worst club in history, Al-Nasser. Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo's team, because let me tell you, there is a massive mess going on there, my friends. There is this crazy drama about them signing Samu Costa. Where are these guys? Let us see. Where is that report? I am sure I saw it just a little further down here, that they are signing Bruto Fernandes or whoever else. It turns out Samu Costa is already signed, brother. But the reality is that exactly what we expected to happen finally happened. The PIF got furious because these guys went ahead and won the Saudi League last season. That is how the PIF and all the corruption within Aguilar and Arabia try to test Cristiano. The PIF is giving millions of dollars to Aguilar so they can go out and sign absolutely anyone they want. We already know that. But don't worry, because then they will claim that Bajuco actually put up his own money. Sure, Bajuco puts up cash, but the PIF is also throwing money at them. Then Al-Nasser sees this and says, well, the transfer window is open, let us make some moves. So they start making moves, looking at Costa, talking to Cucurella, and negotiating with Dunphy, before Madrid went and snatched him away. Then the PIF steps in and says, wait, Semedo is actually really good. Along with that other guy, Coutinho, whose name I completely forgot to write down. Our friend Cristiano says, look, they are making plenty of moves, and locking down some incredibly cheap deals. They set up smart installment plans because what Semedo does is secure structured deals. That way, with the 100 million the PIF provides, he can somehow sign 4 players worth 100 million each. But what he actually does is pay 20 million right now, then pay another 20 million later on, putting everything on payment plans. So the PIF says absolutely not. We are stripping Semedo of his power just because we can. And they take away all his authority as CEO. After that, The PIF steps in and installs a new temporary CEO for Al-Nasr completely at their own whim. Incredibly, this is already happening. They stripped Semedo of all his power, and now the PIF will not give Al-Nasr a single peso or a single dollar for transfers. They are keeping them completely dry. Now we are entering the stage where Cristiano is going to get incredibly upset. In fact, he is already furious. He is furious and threatening to walk away, or worse, refusing to play the first league match because he has had enough. But instead of playing hardball and making real threats, Cristiano Ronaldo is doing the opposite, saying, "Brother, just get me out of here. I am done. I am leaving. Do an interview, my brother. It is better to do an interview now than to threaten sitting out, because you are just wasting time you could use to score goals. Football is going to stop for you one day anyway, because life is short, and you will regret missing all these games. Do not be foolish. Just do the interview, brother." But then, when the public investment fund sees this, they react. They know they have to watch out because when Cristiano Ronaldo speaks, or even makes a move, the entire football world starts talking, and every single news outlet goes crazy. By late August, around August 25th or 26th, the fund hands control right back to Semedo. Pay attention to that. Then, on August 29th, Al-Nasser suddenly gets $70 million to make signings. With only 2 days left before the transfer window closes, Al-Nasser panic buys 2 mediocre players for over $90 million, and they have to pay for them in installments. They blow $90 to $100 million just on those 2 players. They pay $130 million total. They hand over $35 million to one club, $35 million to another, and promise the rest in late installments. Meanwhile, Al Hilal is perfectly happy showing off their 7 massive new signings, while Al Nasser is stuck with 2 mediocre, second-rate players and a debt of over $250 million. That is how this ends. I am not even talking about Al Nasser because they are a mess of a club. Yet, they will blame Cristiano Ronaldo. In January, they will pull the exact same stunt. If Al Hilal wins the league through corruption, everyone celebrates. But if Al Nasser fights hard and wins, they call it a robbery. So whose fault is this entire mess? It is this guy right here. The man you see on your screen is fully to blame. Wait, my camera went blurry, brother. Look at the camera. The blame is completely on his shoulders. It is entirely his fault, my brother. Why? Because he is the one playing in this league, and he refuses to stand up and demand the respect he deserves. Come on, brother. You are already living back in Portugal anyway. Tell all those corrupt decision makers over there to go to hell, brother, because us fans do not want to see you stuck in Saudi Arabia anymore anyway. It would honestly be much better if you just went to Miami with Messi. Honestly, brother, just let it go. Go play with Messi, enjoy yourself, win some easy trophies, and call it a career. I would sign up for that today. I would genuinely rather see you play next to Messi, or head over to the MLS to join the Los Angeles Galaxy, or literally go anywhere else in the world. Anything is better than staying at Al-Nasser with these people who keep dragging you down, especially now that the whole Messi circus is starting back up again. You have got all these fools and the public investment fund pulling the strings, running the exact same script as last time. They learned nothing from last time. You suffered through that entire mid-season break in February for nothing, and they still do not respect you. That is the problem, they do not respect you at all. Or just stay back in Portugal, enjoying your gorgeous lifestyle in that beautiful, massive mansion. You have a beautiful, flawless estate there. Just stay put and play one final season with Sporting Lisbon, or maybe even secure a return to Real Madrid. But realistically, Sporting Lisbon is the move. Go to Sporting Lisbon. In fact, just buy the entire club through one of Semedo's holding companies, fund it yourself, and go play for them. Just play peacefully in the Portuguese league. We would all be incredibly happy, even if we do not win, because at least you would be playing in the Champions League. I really do not understand the people who tell me they prefer to see you play for Al-Nasser just to chase trophies. Honestly, what trophies are we going to win next season, brother? Personally, I would rather see you go back to Sporting Lisbon, win absolutely nothing, but get to compete in the Champions League, and score your landmark 1,000th career goal back home in Portugal. That is way better than staying at Al-Nasser, winning nothing, playing against a corrupt system, and having opposing fans scream Messi's name at you all the time. Seriously, brother, let us make this happen. Cristiano, we need a massive bombshell transfer this summer. Just pack your bags and leave Saudi Arabia, brother. Get out of there. I know you watch these videos, and I know you genuinely love Al-Nasser. Keep whatever 3% stake you have in the club, but just get out. Can you not see that they are completely disrespecting you? They showed you way more love in Canada and the United States, brother. When have those ungrateful crowds ever welcomed you like that? Never. Never in your life have they welcomed you with the kind of love and passion you felt during the World Cup. Everyone wanted to show you how much they truly appreciated you. The streets of Canada were packed with people cheering for you, but in Saudi Arabia, you have been there 4 years and never seen that genuine love, because most of those crowds are just toxic Messi fanboys, my brother. Plus, you are confusing your children's upbringing, caught between Western values and all of these intense cultural and religious shifts they are dealing with every day over there. Be realistic for once, my brother. Sit your family down and make a real decision. Put Cristianito Jr. back into a world-class youth academy, which is easily the best system in the world. The Sporting Lisbon Academy, right alongside Real Madrid, is one of the most elite training grounds on earth. Get him enrolled there because staying in Saudi Arabia is only holding your kids back. Put them in a Portuguese school. What are you even doing in Saudi Arabia? Look at the incredible mansion you just bought back in Portugal. Enjoy that beautiful home and just stay there for 2 or 3 years. Seriously, brother, we cannot stomach watching you play for Al-Nasser for another single minute. We are completely done with that club. We absolutely despise them. We cannot stand to see you in that league for another day, brother. I know you are a billionaire, and there are things happening behind closed doors we will never understand. Just look at what is happening behind closed doors. They have absolutely no respect for you. They mock you openly, and they refuse to give you the credit you actually deserve. Those Saudis are nothing but backstabbing traitors. Honestly, I know that when I talk trash like this, he will probably never even see it. But I have to speak my mind, brother. It just comes right out of me naturally. Enough is enough, brother. Seriously, enough. Tell those people to go straight to hell. Go do an interview right now with Pin Boca or Eduardre, and just put all of these bastards in their place. Just announce your departure from Nasr, and go spend a nice year playing back home for Sporting. They will love you in Portugal. I can see you doing great there for a season. Then you keep going for another year, playing all the way until the 2028 Euros, where you can retire in peace. And if you still feel great, play one more season with Sporting to reach 100 goals. Score those goals for Sporting, and stay in Portugal through 2029. In 2030, play the World Cup at home and retire on the pitch alongside your son. Play 2 or 3 minutes, give your boy a big hug, and let him play, brother, because he will have great experience. Over in Arabia, Cristiano Jr. is getting left behind. He is wasting away, man. The harsh truth is that at 16 or 17 years old, he is just completely stalling. Look at his dad at that age, already fired up because he was with a great academy. Cristiano Jr. definitely has quality, but without real hunger and tough match experience, he will not make it. He will end up worse than Papu Gomez. And it hurts to say it, but it is reality. Well, guys, that is just what it is. That is how it is. And look, the Premier League put up a poll for rising stars. The teenagers who conquered the Premier League vote for the best prospect, and 70% of fans are voting for Cristiano Ronaldo, man. It is decided. Cristiano Ronaldo has officially been voted the greatest young prodigy in the history of the entire Premier League. When the fans vote freely, the same guy always wins. But whenever those corrupt, old-school journalists cast their ballots, FIFA's ultimate golden boy always walks away with the prize, my brother. Look, they put Bukayo on there. Please give me a break. Get is fine. Foden is 9th. Cristiano Ronaldo. Kroppi. No. Marcus R does not need to be there. Michelle Robin. No, not Fabrica. No, everyone cannot be here. But anyway, that is the list we won. Go vote on the Premier League page. Nice and easy. So, my brother, we are going to have a video. Look at this. To every single soccer fan out there, get ready to see the real face of the false messiah, the fake humble guy, the fraudulent greatest of all time, Lionel Messi. It has copyright. It has copyright, so look at this warning. Copyright, my brother. Copyright. Just look at how this guy was back then. Look at his true face. I have to crop this because of copyright, but look at him throwing punches. Look at him go. Watch how he charges right at people. Just look at this aggressive attitude. This is the real Messi, bro. His true face. He kicks the ball straight at the referee, grabs an opponent by the throat, and hurls a disgusting, hateful insult. He tackles him, gets right in his face, insults him, and look at the headbutt. Just look at that. Do you think the referee showed Messi a red card for doing that? Absolutely never. He has just never run into someone who would actually slap him back. The only one was Medel, who chest bumped him. Only Medel. Here too at the World Cup. Just a yellow card. Again, this is copyrighted footage. A simple yellow card for Messi, just like that, my brother. Look, he is claiming it was a handball. Total handball. This has copyright, but this is his absolute true character, brother. All this footage is copyrighted, brother. Messi tells him to come over, And then look at Bandai here threatening the referee. No, not you, get lost, you idiot. And here is another moment where he screams those exact same dirty insults right at someone. And he just confronts him right there, brother. Normally everyone shows him too much respect, but Joao Felix actually stood his ground a little bit. What are you going to do about it? But in the end, Joao Felix is just another fanboy of his. It is honestly unbelievable. I do not understand it. There is not a single rival player out there who hates Messi enough to actually stand up, slap that shameless face of his, and just shut him up once and for all on live television. A smack so loud you hear it on the broadcast, and they just give you a normal red card. And that is it. The Mexican players are the only ones willing to throw those heavy insults right back at his face. This is his real face, brother. Look at what Cavani says. Nobody talks about Cavani anymore. Jose Ramos is a fan. Sergio Ramos is a fan of Messi. He does something inside that locker room. He is doing something, brother. Seriously, remember that day they actually suspended him, only to immediately lift the ban? They banned him, and then just quietly erased the suspension. The referee literally called him over, brother, and gave him a pass. Look at this. He just tells the referee to back off, screams a curse, and walks away. He says whatever he wants to officials. He gets right in the referees' faces and tells them whatever he wants, man. He just does not care at all. Not even a single bit. He is an absolute menace on the field, brother. But listen up, you need to run over to the store because they have the sharpest gear ready for you. It is looking incredibly sharp and clean. So we have got the hottest and sharpest looking jerseys ready for you, my brother, so you can grab everything you need. Right now, we have these beautiful kits in stock with the code RAPILLO for 12% off. Or you can use code PILLOW15 for 15% off, but that is only on purchases of $200 or more. They have all the best new jerseys in stock right now. Honestly, we are just waiting on them to drop that new green Real Madrid kit. The deal is already live, my brother, running from July 27th to July 29th. But we do not have that extra discount code working just yet. You already know the deal, brother. Grab the Pro jersey using code JC for 15% off. Every single shirt is on sale with code PILLOW from July 27th to July 29th. Go grab this fresh new batch of jerseys while they last because they look absolutely incredible. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this on Twitter. Some people love to talk big, but once they start barking, we are ready to move. Today I am rolling heavy, loaded up with everything I need. This is exactly what I wanted to keep me satisfied, because I am going to make things happen with your friend. Yeah, we are going to do this because I do not make the rules. Hey, are you listening to me?